Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, back again, ready for the second match of the day. It is Happy versus Kaho, and that's our second upper bracket semifinal. And we're gonna jump in right away. Boom! Here we go, last refuge for our first match. This is a pretty hype rematch, because the two met just last week in the Show Cup, and it was so close, dude. It was so close. Kaho played so well for so long. Kaho had a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead against Happy. But then guess what? Happy brought it back in a sick comeback. Whew, that was tense, that was hype, that was really cool. A wonderful game there played between the two. Thank you, by the way, Onyx Stone with the first time sub welcome, and Matthew Davenport with the 13 months. Is Kaho gonna feel emboldened? Is he gonna feel motivated to finally get the win here? Or does he feel demotivated, I wonder? After that defeat. That painful defeat. We'll see. We have pretty passive creeping here at the beginning. Both players are trying to get level 2 quickly. No DK harass this time. This, for example, what Happy did before against Kaho in their previous encounter. He tried to go DK harass and then ghoul creeping. I think this build is much better. I think just straight up DK creeping, you get level 2 here quickly and safely. And then you can normally control the middle of the map pretty well. Whereas the Keeper has a very tough time creeping level 3 on this map, so he kind of has to harass. But if you do it well, as Happy always does, that harass shouldn't lead to too much. Especially before there's a couple of archers ready. We got 2 archers now, third one coming. Once there's 4 archers out, you can snipe ghouls very, very well. So Happy will have to be cognizant of that as well.
Players' forces are under attack.
Tier 2 starts with a decently noticeable lead for Kaho. Those are 15 seconds maybe even more. And we got the expansion coming for Kaho on the way to tier 2. This is basically as standard as it gets. This is pretty much what we have to expect. Not just on this map, but on any map. I would assume Kaho is going to play this everywhere. Although, when they played in Show Cup on Amazonia, he played Demon Hunter first. And he won that game, which was probably his most impressive win.
Players' forces are under attack.
Minimal creeping here on Last Refuge. And kudos to Kaho. I've seen Night Elves here suffer way more against Happy in the past. I think he did that very well. Had exactly the right idea. Creep this camp first, get level 2, be aggressive with the Keepers level 2, and then come over with the Archers right away. Oftentimes Night Elves will focus on their own level 3, but I think it's more important nowadays to slow down the DK rather. And also then steal camps away from them if you can. This is an excellent early game. This is basically a perfect early game by Kaho. Looking really good here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy saved the Scouting Acolyte. Interestingly, I guess. Sacrificial Pit. What? Maybe he thinks, as he has the Acolyte still left, may as well? Interesting.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, close that around quickly. Slight mistake there by Kaho, being a little bit too close to the DK and the ghouls. And Happy locks that in instantly. Nicely done. Losing the TP, a bit annoying here for Kaho, but not at the end of the world, I would say. He's got the Demon Hunter out already. He's signed to creep with him. And Happy still seems rather underleveled. DK still lacking experience, and so is the Lich. Alright, one shade was made. Sacrificial Pit unsummoned right after. I'm especially surprised to see the shade on this map. Like, it's very predictable what the Nidal's gonna do. He's of course just gonna expand, basically at this timing. And then he's gonna try to power creep as much as he can until the push comes. And before the push comes, Happy can't really be aggressive too well. Because he doesn't have destroyers. Bit of Giant Strength. Very good item for the Demon Hunter. Everything that tanks the demon up is good. And of course the demon is trying to get to level 3 as fast as he can. While we got the mass air coming. No surprise here. Like I said, this is what has to be expected. Alright, Happy now sees the opponent with a shade. Is there something he can do about that? I'm not so sure. Well, the demon is trying to get involved in the action. Maybe steal away the merchant creep. I guess with Treants, he can creep that fairly well. But Happy doesn't want to give away any of the experience. Oh, almost got the coil steal, but not quite. Alright, the big ogre Magi still up for grabs. Oh, Kaho gets it in the item as well. Big heal potion. Oh my god. Items for the Demon Hunter are amazing. I would love to see boots for him as well later on.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe a few too many wisps here, but other than that, good game for Kaho. Early Hunter's Hall, early upgrades. And Happy needs to strike swiftly. Frenzy is coming. And so is Destroyer form. Gonna creep one more cap. And then it's go time. It's gonna be one more big consumable for Kaho. Would love another health stone right here. Oh my god! Ah, hallelujah. These items are absolutely amazing. I wonder if he's gonna go for boots as well. Maybe not right now. Right now he probably just needs army. Kaho goes into upkeep. Happy finds the mana stone. Also amazing item for him. And falls back. And Happy's trying to counter expand. Okay. Happy. Wait. He used the skull for creeping. What? Despite the fact that he's trying to expand? That seems like a big mistake. That seems like a brain fart. That seems like Happy forgot that he wanted to expand. Now he can't make towers here for 2 minutes. That's a mistake. That's definitely a mistake. And Kaho saw it right away. He knows he has lots of time. He's not going to be pressured for quite a while. In fact, it might be him who is instead going to be the aggressor. Once he's got the supply for it. Keeps on creeping. He's starting to run out of inventory space.
A player's forces are under attack.
Can't believe he put the skull here. That's such a big mistake. Doesn't necessarily have to be punished. Kaho is playing patient. He's not being aggressive right away. Oh my god, that item's amazing. Ancient Django. But the missing towers here could come into play. Don't necessarily have to. Kaho's gonna have a 20 supply lead here in a moment. One upgrades to the ferries. 2-0 about to finish. Would love to see an armor upgrade as well. Keeper about to be 4. Demon Hunter level 4. All ready. Definitely think Kaho should go for a TP here to be safe. Or at least an invuln. Heal scroll. Okay. And the dust. Oh, I like that. You want to have detection against possible burrow. What did Happy get? Legion Doomhorn. That is very unfortunate for him. I think that was the best item for Kaho. Pretty sure it was. The Ancient Django. And off we go! Statue forces the fight right away. The army for Kaho seems to be a lot bigger here. Let's see how this goes. Happy has lots of mana. He's got the mana potion and the mana stone, which is sick. Got the level 4 as well. That's a big level up for him for the aura. Nova use. Demon Hunter's mana burns were a bit lacking, I want to say. And especially on Blight, Happy is a lot stronger, and Kaho is losing quite a few units here. If there was a tower standing already for Happy, this would be so much better, by the way. Entangle. Mana potion used though, and the coil is there. The save is successful. Demon Hunter with a burn once again. Keeper slightly exposed also, but there's a heal potion for him. Demon Hunter still has a health stone he can hold on to. But I think Happy is holding on Blight again. He's got lots of regen. Finally now a tower is starting. And Happy's kiting is looking good once again. It's not without losses. Some fiends are certainly falling, but now the mass air has dwindled to very low supply indeed. Keeper finds himself in trouble. Wait a minute, he might be dead. Mana stone. Oh my goodness, Happy could have killed him. No, wait, the mana stone is used already? No, it's in the DK. Put it on the DK, pops it here to heal up the Lich. Keeper. Oh my god, he's got a health stone himself. Health stone was transferred. We'll need to use it in a moment. There we go. And Kaho wants to keep fighting. Entangle on the Fiend, that one's almost gone. The DK positioning is excellent. Demon Hunter almost never got in range for the burn, but now he did. And now the mana items for Happy are gone. One more coil comes through. And with the Demon Hunter so low HP, he's going to have to be staffed out in a moment, and Happy should finally hold. Kind of nice for him to also have some Blight here. Oh, and Kaho is losing a lot. Kaho is losing a lot of units. Demon is staffing back in, but is that too late? It might be. Only 55 supply left for Kaho. Not where he wants to be. 1-1 upgrades early on Happy. I like to see that quite a bit. DK gets level 5. Oh my god, he got so many kills. He started this fight with level 3. Quickly got level 4, and now he's level 5. Kaho has to fall back, losing more on the retreat. And now Happy standing here, very confident, and maybe Kaho played it too passive. Maybe upon seeing the expansion he should have attacked right away. But it's a hard call to make. But the fact of the matter, of course, is in 2-base, Night Elf Mass Air has no chance. This is a strategy that only works when you're ahead economically. Finally, we see the boots for the Demon Hunter. This also could have been perhaps a bit earlier. Yeah, Kaho's in serious trouble now. And we see Happy starting to be more confident. Walking across the map, now he's going to be the aggressor. He may not necessarily want to take a fight here. Perhaps it's just to buy time and TP out. We'll see. But Happy's got lots of resources now. More upgrades coming for his Fiends as well. I would love to see a second crypt for more Fiends. The mana burn, of course, very, very strong at this point in the game. Heal scroll activated. Mana potion as well. Happy keeping his Fiends alive pretty well at the start of the fight. Is that going to change? We'll see. One statue almost taken out. It is the focus every time. And both statues have been eliminated. Kaho very well aware that these are the most important units for the undead. But also losing a lot of fairies in the meantime. And even without statues, there's still lots of Fiends left on the ground. One more falls, but 4 Fiends are still ready to battle. Happy has a double level 5, and he's got a TP if he needs it. I don't think he will. I don't think he will need it. Unlike the Keeper, who is in urgent need of some save. But he can't find it. Keeper goes down, and this should be the end. The Demon Hunter's level 5. He's strong. But he doesn't have an Orb of Venom, so he's not that strong. And that's the GG called. 1-0 for Happy. And the Russian changes his style. Not like before with the all-in push, but rather with a counter-expansion. Here today it works, at least on map 1. Now it's going to be Kaho's time to adjust. Yeah, it's really hard to make that perfect call of when you want to attack. If he had attacked right when Happy was expanding, then he would not have 70 supply, he wouldn't have a heal scroll, he wouldn't have had level 4 probably either. So he would have been quite a bit weaker. But Happy looks convincing. Once again. For a long, long time. Like, multiple years. Happy looked basically unbeatable against Night Elf. But it was very recently, with players like Moon, and 15 Sway, and Kaho, where Happy was looking a lot more beatable again. So Happy had to look inward to try to find some new solutions perhaps to this mass air style which has taken the meta by storm. Our second map is going to be Northern Isles. No, wait, what am I saying? Concealed Hill. Excuse me. Concealed Hill. So here we go. Happy is in the lead with 1-0. It seems like the world is back to normal. Happy with his winning ways. But Kaho has certainly put himself on the map. Players cannot underestimate Kaho any longer. They will at their own peril. Concealed Hill has one specialty, of course. That's the health fountains, which makes Dryad play on this map a lot better. This means that you don't get punished so hard by Disease Cloud. But almost nobody plays Dryads anymore. And I think especially Kaho doesn't really play Dryads. It seems like just Mass Air is the preferred way to go for basically every Night Elf out there. Keeper, Demon Expansion, and Mass Air. Nothing outside the ordinary yet. I would imagine we're going to see the same kind of early game again. Keep creeping at the start, probably to level 2, and then be aggressive. Get 4 archers, expand, and keep tabs on the undead. Honestly, I think that was an amazing early game. I think that was a sick early game by Kaho. About as good as you can expect on Last Refuge, in my estimation. Acolyte pull by Happy slows down the creeping. At least a little bit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tier 2 about to start. Should be slightly ahead for Kaho once again. And indeed, he's mirroring his earlier attempts. With creeping at level 2. And that might be going aggressive. If Happy leaves him alone, of course, creeping this camp right after would also be tremendous, but it's not very reliable. The undead might show up to harass, but not this time around. Happy is scouting with Skelly. Question is when and where the expansion will come up. Normally nowadays we see the expansion here to be safe. You can also place it over here, but over here it's a lot easier to cancel. And yeah, it seems like Kaho has his spreadsheet worked out in this matchup. Creep level 2, and then harass the undead. Both players want to get the telestaff here. Oh, Happy. A little bit afraid of the creeps. Also, the telestaff should go to the keeper, in fact. Archers are close by. Here's the expo. And Happy, of course, expects as much. Oh, nice detonate. Bit more experience for the keeper. The archer's still all safe. And yeah, if you're an Idolf player, this is the perfect playbook to copy. I think Kaho is just playing a great early game. No mistakes, doesn't expose himself to any weakness. Really good control of the opponent. Very nice. This is just solid. All the way down, solid. And on this map, by the way, it's going to be much harder for Happy to counter-expand. This gold mine, much harder to creep. Whether that's going to be his choice or not, we'll see later.
Players' forces are under attack.
Nope. I know there's a telly staff in the keep. I was about to say no telly staff. Maybe he's trying to save the gold, but no. He does have it. And he's very close now also to level 3. In the meantime, the DK, very underleveled, Happy, feels like can't get much done. Maybe upon seeing the keeper here, he should have run out with the ghouls. Either creep here at the greens or take a risk and creep at the lab. Happy looking rather reactive instead of proactive here. Keeper level 3. This might be a TP forest. We'll see. Okay, not really. One archer goes down. That's a little success for Happy. The Demon Hunter is starting. Tree finishes. Early Nature's Blessing. That's what I like to see. And we're going to have Ancients of Wind as well. One Acolyte might fall, but it's only the 6th Acolyte. He sees the Sacrificial Pit, by the way. Wait, does this cost him 3 coils to keep this Acolyte alive? Was that 2 or 3? I'm not quite sure, but in any case, quite a bit of mana had to be invested to save this Acolyte. It does survive, and the Shade will be coming. Keeper completely healthy once again, thanks to the Moonwells. But it's going to be daytime soon, and then things get more complicated. And again, beautiful early game by Kaho. Seems to me like Happy's in trouble. He's so low level. And the keeper's distracting for the Demon Hunter. Oh, does he get away? Nova not in range and also not enough mana. Demon Hunter keeps creeping. Whew, that was a scary moment. Happy's trying to snipe the Ogre Lord. If this one doesn't get surrounded here, this would have been a bit of a disaster, but it does. Just gonna get the big item here. Demon Hunter, quick level 2 for him. And the Tree of Life. Gonna root. We're gonna have the expansion soon. Here come the hippos, followed by the fairies. And now the question will be, does Happy counter-expand again or not? Ancient Django. Oh, this time Happy gets the perfect item. But I guess Khadga's Pipe would have been even better. But this one is also very, very good. And look at the timing for Kaho. He knows that destroyers aren't ready yet. Happy has to TP out to save the Fiend. I think that's a good TP. This one Fiend is actually really important. Oh, and Kaho can even steal the lab. Whoa, what a sick creep jack. That was so good. Happy's trying to come in to contest, but he's too late. Rock Golem goes to Kaho. Scroll the Beast extremely bad. That will have to be a sell.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy looking also very broke here. Destroyer form, web. He has to wait still for the orb. Oh my god, this is looking terrible for Happy. Absolutely terrible. Everything is just so slow. Acolyte number 6. Is he expanding again? Question mark. Looks like he is. Orb. And Skull. Alright. Counter expansion coming. Kaho will figure this out pretty soon. Bit of accuracy. Oh my god. Double aura for the mass air. And more hippos, by the way. Wait. Okay, 2 more hippos to pressure the destroyers. Kinda like that. Expansion for Happy is still taking a long time. 2 minutes. Oh, wait. Did I just say double aura? Excuse me. Just single aura, of course. Happy is the one who's got the other aura. Excusez-moi. Finally, Happy is catching up on experience. He had a very slow early game. But now, especially with destroyers, he can creep very fast. Get lots of XP here from the fountain. Rune Bracer certainly not what he was hoping for. Not buying anything. Ah, no. There it is. Inborn. Alright. That makes sense. Lich gets to level 3, but the DK is far away from 4. Ideally, with a DK, you want to get level 4 fast. And the Shade spots Denial of Approach. This is not going to be an easy hold for Happy. He's got 2 Fiends only at the moment. And forced into the fight. Entangle baited on an illusion. That one is a bit of a waste, but there's more where that one came from. And again, going for the statues right away. That's exactly the right play. No statues for healing anymore for Happy. The expansion is about to finish. He doesn't have a tower there yet, and Happy's supply is still very low. Happy has to micro like the god that he is to be able to hold here. If he holds, he's in a winning position, but first he must hold. One more Fiend falls. A statue comes in from the main base. That one's very valuable. Also, Kaho has lost a few units here. Through the web. Statue targeted right away again. The Keeper also getting right-clicked. Treants summoned, but the expansion won't be cancelled anymore. It's about to finish. Finish it does. Pops the Invo Potion. He's trying to go for the kill of the Expo. That's not going to happen. No. Now also Happy standing on Blight. Here he can fight pretty well. He's got 2 Fiends still left. The Keeper doesn't have mana anymore. Kaho has to TP, and Happy's expansion stands. The statue goes down. That's a big kill, but this is even bigger of a deal for Happy. The expansion standing means he's in a winning position. Kaho supply 52. He's ahead of Happy, but he can't waste any time. Happy will outproduce and outclass him very fast if this expansion is allowed to run. Happy's also close to double level ups, by the way. And now is producing, of course. Not fully mining yet from this expansion. Happy must know that he's going to get pressured again very soon. With the Shade, he might be scouting. Might be worth it to go for a Sapper here for Kaho. Blowing up that Nerub would help tremendously. I'm kind of surprised Happy isn't scouting more diligently for an attack from that direction. I guess he is now with a Destroyer. Kaho is taking his time. He's not attacking instantly. That is a bit concerning. Happy pumping into upkeep right away, not wanting to waste any time. This early game again looked rough for Happy, but in the late game he shines. This was the crucial fight right here, when he was kiting in the masterful way that we're used to seeing from him. Scroll the Beast gonna be sold now, finally. Kaho knows he's in a bad spot. He's got one more chance. One more attack with, say, 70 supply, and hope to completely overwhelm Happy. Oh, wait a minute. He's transitioning into tier 3. Interesting. My initial assumption would have been he doesn't have time for tier 3, and this is just gonna ensure that Happy gets too much army. Oh, look at that! He opens up a pathway from behind here with the treants, with the Force of Nature. That's very cool. But Happy is in position right away to defend, so this shouldn't do that much. TP forced. A single Acolyte died. And Happy actually got the double level 4s here. Level 2 aura for the DK, that's a big upgrade. And of course, we can't forget about the +4 intelligence on the Lich. More upgrades as well coming for the Fiends. It's looking rough. It's looking very rough for Kaho. He's got around the 10 supply lead. But this is 1-1 Fiends. Which could be backed up by towers as well. More Fiends, more statues. Happy scouting. Many positions. This shade is now very valuable, by the way. In this kind of a hit-and-run game. Oh, trying to go for the haunted kill. But I don't think he has quite the damage for this. One fairy goes down. Second one as well. You can see the target fire now very strong from these mass fiends. 3 fairies die, maybe even a 4th. No, I think the rest get away. Okay, so 3 fairies lost plus the TP. This trade again favors Happy, but I guess at the moment it's about buying time for Kaho. He reached tier 2, and he can go for the Orb of Corruption, Orb of Venom. That one's very good. But what else is he gonna get on tier 3 that's valuable? I'm really not sure. The best I could see is Mountain Giants. It's going for the 3rd attack upgrade. And now Happy has a big army. So many fiends. About to be 2-1 upgraded. Backed up by strong heroes. They still got that aura. And the 10 supply lead does not cut it anymore. Has to be at least 20 supply. Maybe even more. Oh, the fairies. The fairies. The fairies. Fly into their doom. 3 of them at least. Happy buys a TP scroll just to be safe.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's looking a lot like a 2-0 for Happy right now. His next opponent would be Fly. His nemesis of old. Although nowadays Happy looks a lot better against Orc. But let's not put the horse before the cart. Too early. Alright, here we go. Last ditch effort. This is the last chance for Kaho. He has to absolutely smash this fight to have a chance still in this game. Fiends being traded out for fairies. Happy, his micro is on point though. He's got the armor upgrade, he's got the frost armor as well. Not so easy for the fairies to take out these fiends, despite the fact that they got the 3 attack upgrades and the aura. This is about as much damage as you can hope for the fairies. But Happy still seems to win the fight. The statues are all gone, but the fiends are still available. Lich level 5. The aura here. Frost armor. Frost Nova, excuse me. Doesn't do much. Maybe you should go Frost armor. But no, it is the Nova. Kaho is finding some kills as well. Not too many fiends left over. We only have 5 on the field at the moment. But also more fairies are falling. Frost armor again. Very good at dealing with the Demon Hunter. But there's one more kill. So 5 on the Demon Hunter now. There's not so much left that he can burn. Honestly, heavy losses on both sides. If Kaho had double Orb of Venom here, this could be very different. But he doesn't. Happy gonna TP out finally. Oh, that fiend. Just barely lost. And that was a very even fight. I'm surprised that it was this even. But even trades favor Happy. He's got the better army. And he's got the better late game heroes. And now he's going for the second crypt. Classic Happy play, unsummons the altar. But I must say, I'm quite impressed with the fact that Kaho could play so competitive there. He needs orbs though. Orb of Venom. Is he forgetting about it? It looks like he forgot about the fact they can buy an orb here. Normally in this matchup, of course, you're always stuck on tier 2. But this time he went tier 3. It really looks like he forgot about the orb. That would be such a big benefit. He could have not just 1 Orb of Venom, but 2. Could still get it. Just staff out the demon, pick up the orb, easy peasy. I'm not saying it would win him the game. But it would make it more playable. As you can see, the Coil Nova is quite painful. Demon Hunter's level 5, but he doesn't have any HP boosting items or rune bracers, so he still feels the pain. But also for him, the health fountains are very nice. And now we got the Mass Fiends coming. Third attack upgrade as well. This might be critical mass. Oh, we got the second armor upgrade already for Happy. Okay. This is gonna be Ultra Fiends. Not just normal Fiends, Ultra Fiends. 3-2 upgraded. And we're gonna have at least 8 Fiends. Against this amount and quality of Fiends, I feel like no amount of fairies is gonna be sufficient. Happy's got the supply lead, by the way. A lot of gold on Kaho. It's still only fairies, no transition. I'm not even sure if Mountain Giants would work, because they don't really do much damage at all.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, the Keeper gets found. Coil Nova instantly, half of his HP is gone. Is he gonna get an orb now? 1400 gold. Oh, he also doesn't have Wellspring upgrade. Alright, there's the orb. Finally! I think he just realized that he unfortunately forgot this whole time. Just more and more fairies. He's gonna have 3 groups of fairies at this point. Going over on the demon. Ouch! He's gonna get out with the staff. A ton of gold on Kaho still. It takes a while for all this production to come through. I wonder if it's the nerves on Kaho that are messing with him a bit here. He should have had that orb way sooner. He should have had Wellspring upgrade way sooner. Which he still doesn't have. These are definitely some clear mistakes being shown by the young Night Elf. Whereas Happy is really delivering in this late game. The early game was pretty rough. Last Refuge, the early game was already not the best for Happy, because it was so good for Kaho. But the early game here for Kaho seemed perfect. But in the late game fights, Happy delivered, as so often. Mana potion. Really? Okay. Happy's going to 80 supply Mass Fiends. He's gonna have 13 Fiends. 2 Destroyers, 2 Statues. This is the perfect army against Mass Air. On paper, Kaho should have absolutely no chance. But he surprised us already earlier. So we'll see. Patient play by Happy. Going into upkeep now. There we go. 2 more Fiends. Gonna get him up to 15. Might be even 5. Oh, wait. Is that right? Yeah, he had 13 before. Now it's 15. Could be even 16 Fiends, maybe. Full mana as well. He's ready to go full clip. 3/3 fairies. Mass Wisps coming. Oh my god, Ultra Vision coming only now. It's also a bit of an oversight. Alright. Here we go. This is going to be the big fight. Kaho on the high ground. This could be perfect for him. There's going to be a mischance, but Happy can, of course, just also kite away. Oh my god, it's so many fairies. There's also so many webs. We would expect here normally the Fiends to just clean up the fairies. The fight is also so chaotic, you can't really use Mana Flare form perfectly unless you have godly reflexes. Mana Potion used, Fiend saved, and Happy's, of course, kiting backwards. He might even be able to kite towards the main base, which would be perfect for him there, fighting on Blight and so on. But look at all the experience he's getting! He's already level 6 on the Lich! Did he even skill the ult? He didn't skill it yet. The DK is also level 6, and yeah, the fairies are just getting shredded. Alright. This is kind of what I was expecting. Too many fiends, too much damage. The fairies here just getting bopped one after the next. Of course, the fiends are the hard counter to fairies, and that is gonna be game. GG. And 2-0 for Happy. In the end, it looked clear and one-sided, but especially the early game, I'm impressed with Kaho. But maybe in the late game now, he has to make some adjustments against the new counter-expansion style that Happy began playing again. And with that, we have our first two winners. Oh, and something crashed. Fly and Happy winning their games respectively. So they're going to meet next in the winner bracket final. I'm trying to restart the overlay. It had a bit of a bug there, I guess. Is it working? I think so, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, so we're going to have another short break here before our next match. It's going to be Happy versus Fly in the next one. This one's pretty hype. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope so are you. So, quick break now, and then we'll be back. Happy versus Fly in a bit.